What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Action Sunday. Once again, back in the new studio. It's a work of progress, as you can probably tell by the TV right behind me. I'm probably going to do something more future reviews with this, like use like a backdrop. Might do something cool with this. But of course, that's pretty cool piece of artwork I've had. It's work, during this quarantine, I'm trying to work and like experiment with different things in this little studio that I got working. But anyway, let's get on to tonight's review. Tonight, I am reviewing Kickboxer 2. This was requested by one of my followers. They're like, oh, can you review the sequel? I'm like, yeah, why the heck not? And I see why some fans say this is more like the bastard sequel, or like this movie has a mixed bag, and I see why. And here's the reason why. So let's get the plot out of the way first. Anyway, so supposedly there's a third Sloan brother, okay? So you have David, you have Kurt, now there's Eric Sloan. I'm like, okay, played by Sasha Mitchell. And of course, I feel like, okay, that's interesting. So apparently we follow Eric, so he runs a gym back home, trying to carry on his family's name, and supposedly this guy Justin Micaiah, played by Peter Boyle of all people, is trying to convince him to join and fight his top guy kind of thing. And of course, it goes on from there. But I felt like parts of this story was like forced, because apparently as the story unravels, we find out that, of course, I hate to spoil this, that like they say when I said carry on the family, well, it turns out that the other two characters, the other two Sloan brothers, are dead. I'm like, wait, what? How? Apparently, according to the story, sorry to spoil this part, apparently, like, Tong Po actually killed them? Wait a minute. What? So it completely retcons the events of the first movie. So essentially, that doesn't. So they're telling us that the ending didn't happen and something happened in between this and that. I'm like, it just completely blew my mind. That, or they decide to decide to dump that in the trash and say, no, here's a new Sloan brother. We're going to follow this one. And of course, I definitely see why they really bastardized the Kickboxer franchise. And that's why there was Kickboxer Retaliation. Future review, by the way, folks. So, yeah, I'm like, what were they thinking? But I will admit something about this movie is that this movie was very intense. There was a lot of emotion. The action was top. I love the fight scenes, especially during Eric's fight against Neil Vargas, supposedly Justin Micaiah's one of the top guys. He's surprisingly he's also a wrestler. And speaking of wrestlers, Judo Gene Bell is in this movie as well as a cameo. Well, not really a cameo. He plays a referee. And I'm like, oh, wow. I'm like, legit, that's him. That's Uncle Gene himself. The same guy that's not only just a wrestler, but also a martial artist, a stuntman, you name it, okay? I could probably go on and talk more about him, but there you go. I'm like, wow, why the heck not? Bring it full circle, make it authentic. And I think that was a really cool thing that the filmmakers decided to go. But man, I feel like while this plot was just forced between saying, oh, the brothers are killed. Now they're bringing back their old trainer, well, Van Damme's trainer, into this to make him fight Tong Po. It's like more of a redemption story, more trying to like take back his family's name and avenge his brother's death. I'm like, it's the typical thing. I felt like it was really just forced. I'm like, why? Why would you do this? And of course, I really never really understood, but I will admit the fights were just so emotional, especially during the last act when Tong Po was just beating the shit out of Eric's friend Brian. I was like, oh my god! Like you get to the music just really accentuated. Like, oh my god, we're about to see someone die. Oh my god! You can equate this character to Dolph Lundgren's character. Ivan Drago. Ivan Drago beating Apollo Creed. Now, essentially, this was that. So essentially, once again, Kickboxer copying shit from Rocky, okay? And Rocky is something no one should ever touch or copy from. And of course, yeah, I know everyone. It's a cliche, but yeah, obviously every martial arts or fighting movie is gonna have the typical Rocky cliches, the training montages, the fighting for honor, fighting for vengeance. This is for friends, family, and country. That kind of nonsense. And yeah, it's cliche to say that, but in the end, I feel like this movie's a bit of a mixed bag. So the acting's good. I love Peter Boyle in the role of Justin Mackay, the greed promoter. Now I say greed promoter, not an evil promoter. Okay, there's a big difference. Okay, so I can kind of equate this character to Vince McMahon, but then again, that's like comparing apples to oranges. But anyway, yeah, overall, I feel like Kickboxer 2 kind of, was most of this plot was just forced. Like, it really missed the mark, but there's some shiny moments. There's a silver lining in every movie. I've said this before. The silver lining in this movie is just the emotional driven fights, the just following this character of Eric Sloan. It works, but it just like everything else just felt really forced on it. I'm like, you really can't do it. Just try and make something different. Okay, instead of making things, just trying to force the same shit into the movie. Okay, because then you're getting essentially gonna push fans away. And in a way, I felt like Kickboxer 2 kind of did that. So, but if I give Kickboxer 2 a score, I'm gonna give it possibly. I'm gonna give it as in a nice way. I'm gonna give it at least a fair, maybe a 5.5 out of 10. I was kind of think maybe scoring it higher, but I think 5.5 is just as fair enough because, like I said, there were good moments. There's a lot of bad. Like there was a lot that needed to be worked on this movie, and of course it would get worse from this because I understand those sequels after this were not as good, and thank goodness they brought back Van Damme and just said, okay, here's retaliation. All right, but anyway, that's just for tonight. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome exciting videos.